Good morning and welcome back into Wake Up America. I'm Rob Finnerty. Over 3 million deaths worldwide and over 600,000 people have died here in the United States because of a virus that came from China. But that's all we really know right now. Did the virus come from a wet market, as we've heard before, or maybe a lab, as evidence is starting to suggest right now? The true origins of this deadly plague have remained a mystery for over a year, but that could finally change if one Kansas lawmaker gets his way. For more, we want to welcome in Kansas Senator Dr. Roger Marshall. Senator, nice to have you on the show.
Rob, it's great to be with you again this morning.
Well, Senator, you were one of the only elected officials in all of America that knew that this novel coronavirus from China was going to be really bad for the country. You warned Congress way back on January 28th, 2020, 6 full weeks before it really became a problem here in the U.S. Take a listen.
The coronavirus certainly has my attention. But as the outbreak of the coronavirus strain originating in China continues, I want to remind Kansas that U.S. health officials remain on high alert and are fully prepared for any situation.
I should say the Chiefs just about to play in the Super Bowl back at that time. But my question to you as a physician, how'd you know this was going to be such a big deal, and why didn't people like Dr. Fauci know?
Well, that's a great question. Now, we have something up here called the Doc Caucus, a group of physicians that are now in the Senate. And when I found out that China and the World Health Organization was saying that this was not transmitted from person to person, my radar just went off. And then when I talked to the CDC that same week and said, tell me about the research that we're doing in Wuhan, and they told me, oh, we don't have scientists in Wuhan, I knew the cover-up was going on. And then even further research told me there's some really big concerns with the World Health Organization. So I think my, my doctor instincts just went off that there's a cover-up going on. This is going to be bad.
Okay, so there's this notion that's been out there for a long time now that is, it's popular right now that if you are talking about the origins of the virus in China, somehow you're xenophobic. But to me, shouldn't it be about finding out where this really came from to make sure it never happens again versus maybe hurting someone's feelings?
You know, absolutely. This is about the health and well-being of Americans and all the humans worldwide. You know, what's the next pandemic going to look like? And is there information, is there lessons to be learned? And there absolutely has to be. And the problem is China has either destroyed or covered up a lot of information that would have helped us to figure out how to solve this riddle sooner, as well as future riddles.
Right.
So you look out there's really 3 questions that have to be answered. Was this virus leaked from a lab in Wuhan? Number 2, was this virus from nature, or was it manufactured in a lab? And then finally, beyond that, is what are the rules, what are the guardrails around viral gain of function?
Absolutely. And maybe number 4, what was, if anything, Dr. Fauci's involvement? I'm curious about that as well. I know you're creating a committee right now to really investigate the origins of this virus, a 12-person committee. So what would your committee do? Who would be on it, and what would your committee do that the World Health Organization failed to do a few months ago?
Well, there's a list of questions, and certainly we just need all the people in the room. We need all the papers surrounding our viral gain of function, and we need people to really go into Wuhan, professionals that don't have some type of conflict of interest, and bring all that data together into one room. You know, very simple. We've done this before up here at the Senate. An equal number of Republicans and Democrats. Let us have a list of questions, figure out who we want to come to the room, and just have a lot of sunlight shine on all of this.
I want to ask you about the gain of function research in just a moment, but first, just a very simple question. The death toll in the United States right now is right around 600,000. Why do you think more Americans are talking about this? Why isn't this the biggest story in the country right now?
You know, as far as the origin of the virus, you know, I think there's just so many other crises going on. We've got inflation going on. We can't get gas at the pumps. We've got a southern border crisis going on. There's just one crisis after another. And then overall, the economy is starting to recover. So it's we're out there celebrating. We got to take our mask off as well.
Yeah.
So Americans tend to move on and forget pretty quickly. But we've got to find out the origin of this virus.
We certainly do. Senator, we have the proof. I've seen it. We've got grants. There's clear evidence of funding to a group called the EcoHealth Alliance to perform that gain of function research that you mentioned on human cells from an organization that at that time was run by Dr. Anthony Fauci. Do you think that Dr. Fauci has been complicit here? Do you think he's been lying to the American people? Do you think he knows maybe more about the origins of this virus than he's been letting on?
Look, we don't want to make this a personal issue or a partisan issue as well. Dr. Fauci is well respected, a man of science. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I absolutely believe that Dr. Fauci and the NIH were doing research in this area in hopes of developing vaccines. Certainly we were funding what looks like viral gain of function. We were doing studies working with laboratories in America, working together with a lab in Wuhan. Dr. Shi in North Carolina were collaborating and working together. We know that. And certainly this was funds from the NIH. I think sometimes we're mincing words, tomato, what I'm describing as viral gain of function. Dr. Fauci disagrees with me. Dr. Fauci and I have disagreed on a few issues before, but I know his heart was right. I think he was trying to develop vaccines. We don't know what China did with this. We don't know what they did with the research that we started. Did they take it to the next level? Did their military get involved? That's why we need a hearing.
Yeah, that's the question that we need answered. That is, as they say, the million-dollar question. And other nations are trying to do the exact same thing. Is that accurate?
Well, I don't know. I think there's a big meeting in the World Health Organization here in the next week or so, and we certainly need all those countries to come together and put the pressure on China to say, we need you to open up your labs. But what I'm afraid is they've destroyed all the evidence, and I'm afraid there's some people that are missing that maybe had some evidence as well. But we got to get to the bottom of this. We deserve the answers. America, the whole world deserves the answers. All those people that lost loved ones deserve to know where this virus came from.
Senator, I couldn't agree with you more. Thank you so much for what you're doing. Please keep us posted on the progress of this committee and this investigation. Thank you. That's Kansas Senator Roger Marshall joining us.